Hi guys, my name is Gabby. Welcome to my channel. Today I decided to do a kind of little bit of a bolder look. I decided to do a peachy cut crease using the Morphe 35B palette. And also this cut crease is a special one. It is for people with deep set eyes. This is a very specific problem because you have a natural crease, but when you open your eye, your crease is still hidden. So when you draw that cut crease there, you can't see it at all. So this method of making a cut crease offers a little solution for all people with eyelids like myself. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Alright guys, first today for primer we're going to be using the Honey Do Me Up by NYX. Alright, we're going to have to allow a second for that to soak into the skin. Now for foundation, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Super BB Balm Cream in Light. This stuff is drugstore, but it is wonderful. I love it. Alright, I'm going to brush that out with the Sephora flat brush. Blend that out with my Real Techniques makeup sponge. Once that's all blended out, we are going to color correct. First, I'm going to go in with the Hard Candy Color Correct Expert palette. I'm going to be using the peach color to correct dark circles, and I'm going to be using a little flat brush. We're also going to go in with some Hard Candy Color Correct Expert Cream in green. And we're going to dot that over where I have a couple bits of red showing through. Right here where I experienced some rosacea, and a couple spots where I have some pimples. I'm going to use a very little makeup sponge to blend those in. And now I'm going to finish buffing it out with a larger makeup sponge. Next, for concealer, I'm going to do my nose contour. Alright, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's so disgusting, I'm sorry. I'm gross. Cream contour palette. I'm going to be using the middle brown color here. And I'm going to be using an Ulta Beauty concealer brush. Now, I'm going to blend that out with a eyeshadow fluffy brush. Once we've blended out that, we're going to go in with our NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in Fair. We're going to blend that out with our Real Techniques makeup sponge. Alright guys, then we are going to use that little tiny beauty blender to blend out the concealer on our nose. Once the concealer is all blended out, we are going to set and bake. We are going to be using our e.l.f. loose powder in corrected yellow. I just got this stuff the other day, and I must say I'm very impressed. One thing I did, I removed the little sifter in the top, and it makes it so much easier to work with loose powder if you can just dip into the whole thing instead of trying to like shake it out everywhere. Alright guys, I am going to go in with the Real Technique sponge, and we're going to bake under the eyes, the chin, the nose, and we're going to cover the rest of the face. Alright, you guys, we are actually going to wait on the forehead and you will see why. Alright, guys, I'm going to now do my eyebrows. I'm going to go in with the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit in shade number 2. And then I will go in with the Give Me Brow in shade number 3. And I will also carve the brows out with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in the lightest shade here. I'll be right back. I filled in the eyebrows. Now I'm going to set my eyes and carve my eyebrows out with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and a Morphe M421. Also, it is now safe to go in and set the forehead with our Real Technique sponge and our yellow corrective powder from e.l.f. Alright guys, once the soft ochre paint pot is on, I'm going to try something a little different today with the eyebrows. A lot of people will set their eyebrows with a like a matte powder, like an eyeshadow or something. Alright, I'm going to go in with Profesh from the Tarte's Pro palette. I feel like it's a taupey color like my brows. And then I'm going to use a Morphe pencil brush. As I set the brows, I'm going to go in with the Give Me Brow in shade number 3. Now we're going to blend out our MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot with a little Sephora makeup sponge. Once that's blended out, we are going to set that with our corrective powder and the fluffy eyeshadow brush. Alright guys, now that we are done with this, we are going to move into our eyeshadow look for today. And we are going to be using the Morphe 35B palette. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the entire lid with this white color here. We are going to go in with our fluffy eyeshadow brush again. We want a nice blank canvas, so I'm going to really try to cover up the splotchy parts of the paint pot with my white eyeshadow. Alright guys, we're really going to pack that white eyeshadow under the brow bone. Help it pop later on. Alright, once that's all packed on, we're going to go on with our first color. And also, you know, we're going to do a cut crease look today. First, we're going to go in with this medium peach color right here. And we're going to use a tiny Morphe pencil brush. This came with the Morphe All About Eyes kit, I believe. It's only $25, and you get like every eyeshadow brush you could need for a beginner. It's really a great thing if you need eyeshadow brushes, you're a beginner, you don't know which ones to get. It was the first eye brush kit I got, and I loved it. We're going to start off making 2 dots. Place 1 dot in the middle at the top of the eye. Now we are going to connect these 3 dots and make a line. Alright guys, once you've made your lines, you're going to extend this out to the corner of your eyebrow. Once we've done that, I like to put a little more color on this. It's good to go in with a light hand, but you can add color so you have something to blend it out. And there we are going to blend that out with our Morphe 506. It's a very, very small blending brush. And make sure when you blend, you stay above that line. Alright guys, once you've blended out the medium peach color, we are going to go in with this kind of, it's slightly darker, almost like a tomato red. We're going to use the same Morphe pencil brush, and we're going to make the 3 dots again. Okay, connect the line and draw it out. Now, you can darken it up a little bit if you wish. Now, taking the Morphe M506, we're going to blend this color out. Alright guys, once you've blended that red out, we're going to finally go in with our transition. You have to do things a little bit backwards if you have these kind of weird deep set hooded-ish eyes. So I'm going to go in with this lightest peach color here, and I'm going to dip into it very lightly with a Morphe M514. This is another small blending brush, but it's bigger than the 506. Alright guys, once you've got the transition color blended in there, it's time to cut the crease. To do that, I'm going to be using my MYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. Again, I'm going to dab some of that out onto my DVD case, which serves as a palette. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe M170 4SH, the little tack wand. Best thing ever for cutting the crease, by the way. And I'm going to go in and cut this. Now, what I do to make it easy on myself is I start off with the area that looks the most naturally already cut, and I begin there to get my shape right. Alright guys, once you've defined that line, we're going to actually blend it out a little bit. Alright guys, once you have defined the crease, take your little tack wand, drag the concealer down and start to blend it in with the rest of your already set eye makeup. Alright, now we're going to go in with color, and I'm going to be doing something pretty bold today guys. I'm going to use this bright glittery gold color here. We're going to use a little flat brush, going to spritz it with water, and we're going to paint on our lip color. Something I like to do is I like to go around the edges first. Kind of like tracing a stencil so it's done. One more thing we'll do really quick is we will do our inner corner also with the dampened gold. We're going to brush off this bake. I'm going to use this little angled blush brush, powder brush, I don't know what you would want to call it. It's from a makeup brush off eBay. Now that the eyeshadow is done, we'll go in with eyeliner. We're going to go in with the EM Cosmetics Illustrative Eyeliner Brush Tip in black. Now we are going to go in with mascara. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Immortal Lash. I'm waiting for my lashes to dry, and I'm going in with my Cocoa Lashes in Amore. I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to use my Tarte Pargab Princess Matte Bronzer. And I'm going to use my Sephora Must Have Large Powder Brush. Alright, we're still waiting for the lashes to dry before they can go on. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to begin my powder contour. We're going in with the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit in light to medium. Oh, this stuff smells so good. Alright, first we're going to go in with medium cocoa, and we're going to contour the nose. Use my Morphe 506. This is a very handy brush in case you all haven't noticed. I would definitely recommend getting it. It's like $4 or something. Now, really tap off the excess like that, and even go so far as to brush some off on your hand. We're going to blend that out with our Morphe 514. Once you have that on there, your eyelashes should be about dry, so let's get those on. I think I mentioned they are the Cocoa Lashes in Amore. Alright, there we go. I really like these ones because they are almost exactly like Stella, but they're not quite as extreme. When I wear the Stella lashes, people are like, whoa, look at those lashes. But when I wear these, no one says anything. Maybe they think they're real. Ah! Ah! Alright, that was a fail. Let's try that again. Woo! Alright, eyelashes are on. Alright guys, now we're going to continue with our powder contouring. I'm going to go in with this little, small, random, like a small blush brush, I guess. Now, we're going to take our large must-have powder brush again. We're going to dip back into the medium cocoa. And we're going to hit the corners of that forehead. Underneath the chin here. Even do a little bit of blending with it. Alright, now we're going to take the light cocoa and the angled powder brush. We are going to go back with our other little brush again. We're going to dip into dark cocoa. And do the final daisy on the cheeks. Then I'm going to take this large powder brush and dip into the dark cocoa. I'm going to hit the very top corners, just so there's a gradiency. Now, last thing we're going to do with the contour, I'm going to take this little angled blending brush. I'm going to dip into the light cocoa. I'm going to encircle this all around the top portion of my nose and right here in the middle. And I'm going to run it down the sides of my nose. Alright guys, now that the contouring is complete, we are going to blend everything on the face together with our Maybelline Fit Me powder, matte poreless, and I think it's in natural beige. To do that, I'm going to take my Sephora Pro Flawless Light Powder Brush, number 50. This is my favorite powder brush. I've used it for years. Once that is all done, we're going to go with blush. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Happy Glow and Mood Boosting Blush in Natural. To put my blush on, I'm going to use the Sephora Airbrush number 55. Alright, once your blush is on, we are going to finish up with some highlighter. And I'm going to use the Love Luxe Beauty highlighter in Enchanted. It's a really pretty greenish gold color. I'm going to go in and use that with my Morphe E61 Precision Highlight Brush. Now this stuff is very pigmented, so I'm going to tap off the excess. I'm going to go in with my Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Cocoa Blend. Alright, I'm also going to take my Morphe M506 and hit the tip of the nose and inner corners of the eyes. Just a wee bit under the brow bone. Guys, once that is on there, we can go ahead and set our face with our Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. So while that's drying the bottom of our eyelashes, we are going to use this gold color here that we used for the lid. I'm going to use my Morphe M506 again, big surprise. Ouch. Alright, now that that's on there, we're going to go in with our bottom mascara, and I'm going to use the Colossal Spider Effect in Classic Black. Finally, we are going to do our lipstick. I'm going to use a nice peachy color. I'm going to use the Gerard Cosmetics in Nude. First, we are going to line the lips with our Cover Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in Purely Nude. Alright, once the lips are lined, we're going to go in with our Gerard Cosmetics in Nude. Alright guys, once your liquid lipstick is on, this is the completion of your Morphe 35B Peachy Cut Crease. So if you guys like the tutorial, I guess click like, maybe subscribe, keep watching the videos. That would be great. Thanks.